8. There, you can talk to someone who not only cares about your story, but cares about you. Please reach out today. Thomas P. Murphy once said, "Minutes are worth more than money. Spend them wisely." At Minutes Wisely, we take that to heart. Our mission is to decrease veteran suicide by providing life-changing experiences for veterans, first responders, and Gold Star families. We believe that we can make a lasting impact by rekindling a sense of purpose and fostering community through sponsored tickets to sporting events. These experiences are not just about the game, they're about the moments that can change lives. A simple sporting event can boost joy and instill a sense of renewed hope and purpose for those who have served. Join us in making a difference, become a moment maker, and empower a veteran with rediscovered hope. Visit minuteswisely.com for more information and to get involved. Together, we can make every moment count.
Morning. How y'all doing?
Hello.
Morning.
Did you get your mic fixed, Marcus? Nope. I can't hear you, buddy. So I wonder if for some reason, we have a little technical difficulties here. Marcus's mic is not. Do you have a settings button down there, buddy? Maybe you have the wrong mic selected. All right. Well, anyways, while Marcus is looking at his microphone. Good morning, everyone. So, Minutes Wisely had a couple events this past weekend, and it was awesome. Our first one was we dropped off some gifts for a local veteran that lost his life a few months back. I think it was back in January. So this is the family's first Christmas without their dad. So he leaves behind a wife and 2 children, 11 and 12. So what Minutes Wisely did, we got a hold of the family, and we were able to purchase a Sony PlayStation 5 and a Nintendo Switch. And we stopped by their house and dropped off some gifts, and they were extremely happy. It was very emotional. I don't think there was a dry eye in the house. It was super awesome. And then on Friday night, my wife and I hosted 2 veterans and their guests at the Brett Eldridge Christmas concert in Nashville, Tennessee at the Bridgestone.
Nice.
And we paid for the premium seats. There were club seats. We paid for the Lexus Lounge, so it was all you could eat and all you can drink for the entire night, and parking. And both veterans at the end of the night, they were grinning ear to ear, and they both said that they really needed that. And so it was super awesome to be able to do something, have a very productive week here at Minutes Wisely. So that's kind of what we do. We use our podcast, this podcast, and my other podcast that goes in the evening, TSP, the Scuttlebutt. We use that to get the word out, try to generate funds, and that's going awesome. With that said, so as everyone knows that we have Detroit Lions season tickets, and we're struggling on whether to keep the tickets or not because they doubled the price, but they kind of redeemed themselves because they sent me this dope-ass Christmas ornament from China. I just got this today. And this Christmas card, it says joy, peace, and grit. So I think this is well worth $4,800 now. Thank you, Detroit.
Hey, you got the hat too. You got the hats too.
Yeah, don't forget about the hat, man.
Yeah, so they're doing something positive with my money.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm still bitter about that, as you can see. But I did talk to my rep finally and hashed some things out. I told him I wasn't happy, and he said, well, the Detroit Lions, his stance was, well, the Detroit Lions are good now. I'm like, okay. doubling your price. I said, I can't afford that. Just go ahead and cancel my tickets. And his suggestion was, how about if we just knock you down to 2 seats for $2,400? I said, why the hell would I do that when that's exactly what I pay for 4 seats? That doesn't help me at all. So
It's crazy.
kind of what I don't know what I'm going to do. I might just sell my playoff tickets and rape the next guy and just use that money for to pay for my tickets next year. I haven't really decided yet. I'm very bitter about it, so I don't know if I want to give them the money or if I just want to give the Nashville Sounds my money. I haven't really decided yet, but I have to decide in the next couple of days because the first payment comes out January 1st. So, how you guys been?
Good.
Hanging in there.
So, my neighbors, the Tutt family, they have a young man who plays high school football at Oakland here in Murfreesboro, Oakland High School. They just won the state championship. We have one of his coaches is on, but I'm not sure his microphone is working or not.
Yeah.
And doesn't look like it. That's a bummer, man. I really wanted to hear his story. So, hey Marcus, I don't know if you can hear me. Is there a settings button down there? You should be able to select different microphones. I think your microphone might be have the wrong microphone
audio.
select.
And then you should have microphone choices.
I can see some of his settings here, but I can't have.
There also might be a mismatch on what your computer has selected as the microphone.
Yeah, that's true. If you hit that settings thing and select different microphones, mine does that occasionally too. As a matter of fact, my whole computer locked up during the intro. I had to hurry up and shut down and turn it back on. So, anyways, Marcus, try to find your settings, and we will motor on here. I'm trying to find Eric's notes. And so let's start with college football, man. Was opening up to 12 teams the right thing to do? Because not one game was really close. They were blowouts.
Seems like a money grab to me.
Yeah, not now. It's definitely seen more and more like a money grab. Now all the Alabama bandwagoners, they're all hooting and hollering like, "Look what you did! We could have played better." And it's like, hey, maybe you shouldn't have lost 3 games, man. I don't know what to tell you. It's I don't know, man.
I don't know. I wasn't very impressed.
It wasn't a fun weekend of college football. That's for sure.
It's always fun to have football on, but
So I've watched one game of college football this year, just the Michigan-Ohio State game. My team is Notre Dame, and I have literally watched 0 minutes of Notre Dame football, and they're in the playoff. I watched about 5 minutes of the game on Friday just because it was the only thing on. And then yesterday I watched NFL because I really don't care. I just am so disinterested. And that Penn State game was 27-0 or something. What's the point of watching that?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't watch them, but they were on, so I would just look up every once in a while, see what the score was, and I'm just like, man, this is some garbage, man, some garbage entertainment right here.
yeah.
I don't even know if it was a money grab. It just wasn't good. Like, it shouldn't be 12 teams. Like, this is the thing I've been preaching all year. Should not be 12 teams.
But even the games that should have been good were blowouts. Like Ohio State and Tennessee on paper should have been a good game.
Yeah, exactly.
It was just,
I was kind of surprised about that.
Should SMU be in the playoff?
Yeah, so that's the $1 million question. Do you put in an SMU team where they have 1 loss, or you put in an Alabama team that has 3 losses? How do you make that fair?
Or you put in neither of them.
Who are you going to put in? You got to put somebody in. Go back to
40. You don't have. My argument is you don't have 12 teams.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What do you do? Go back to having 4?
I mean, it's never going back. It's never ever going back.
Yeah.
But even the 4 teams, I called it last year or the year before. I don't remember when, the average margin of victory was 20-plus points, which is exactly what we got today. Or this weekend, the average margin of victory was 19.25 points in these games. So even at 4 teams, I think that's the games aren't good. There's hardly ever a good playoff game.
It's true.
That's very true.
Not that the BCS was perfect. I mean, the 2-team, those you were leaving out deserving teams as well. I don't know that there's an answer, honestly, because you're either going to have blowouts or there's going to be, if it's that you're letting a committee pick 2 teams, then it's never going to be the right choice. So
True.
I don't know. And the media can't be trusted. Back in the day when they would, there'd be 5 different national champions, the AP poll, the coaches poll.
Yeah, exactly.
So I don't
garbage.
I don't know what to do.
So I guess this is the way, man. Just put them all in a group and let them fight it out, I guess. And we all
2014
suffer.
playoff. All ranked teams make the playoffs.
Yeah, the top 25 number 1 seed gets a bye and let the rest play.
Yeah, number 2 versus 25.
Yeah, just go down the line.
I mean, basically, that's what. I mean, it would be out. That
March
would,
Madness.
for 2 months would be garbage football, just like we have garbage football today. So what's the difference?
Well, another reason why college football sucks. Did you guys hear that the SMU quarterback already entered the portal after they lost?
He was the reason they lost.
Yep.
Like 4 picks in the first half.
This is what ruins college football for me. And I just read over the weekend, and I didn't even know this was possible. But an Army player found a loophole, and he jumped into the portal.
Yeah, I saw that too. Did I not text you guys about it? I thought I did. Maybe I didn't.
I don't remember seeing anything about it.
I don't remember seeing that.
Crazy.
I read the article yesterday. I was like, that's some shit, man. That's the one reason why I like Army and Navy, because of the commitment and what they're going to do with the rest of their lives. And now they're jumping in the portal. Makes no sense.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the only hope for college football is some of these second and third round matchups are actually good, but I don't know. Not going to hold my breath.
Yeah, right. We might get one good game.
Yeah.
I
So
would say, on paper, they're good again, but Ohio and Tennessee made it look weird.
That Ohio State game, that was exactly what they should have done to Michigan.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? Like that was the Michigan game plan, and they just didn't execute for Michigan. And
did you see the dude that rented an airplane and had a message for Coach Ryan Day?
No.
It was awesome. It said something like, extend Ryan Day, go blue. It just flew around the stadium with one of those big old tails on it.
That's funny.
They got Oregon next week, though, don't they?
Yeah, at the Rose Bowl. Yeah, and they were mentioning at that, like in the pregame of that game, how much orange was in that stadium. And when they zeroed in on the Ohio State players before the game, they're all in a huddle, and you could hear the fans booing them. So I don't know.
Yeah, that Ohio State, like Ryan Day is a weird dude.
They got a situation brewing there. That's for sure. If it hasn't already boiled.
Correct. So before we get on to the other MLB and the NFL, I just want to point out that I watched my first NBA game in a very long time. Jason wanted the whatever it's called, the league pass or whatever, for Christmas, so that's why I got him. And I was like, I tested it out, right? And I paid for there's 2 different memberships that you could buy, like the $109 one or like the $150 one, so you don't get commercials and stuff. So that's nice. Obviously I went with the more expensive one because that's who I am.
Thanks, bro. I didn't ask for that one, but thanks.
So I watched the game and I had no idea they did this. But when there's a commercial break or something, they don't break over to commercial. There's whatever's going on the floor is what you watch. And I'm telling you right now, it was well worth the extra $50, man, because that was an awesome experience.
It's like being
it's almost like being at the game at your house.
Watch it on your Oculus, and then it'll be like courtside.
Oh, that would be dope.
I might have to try that.
What the Pistons do, and I didn't know they did this. obviously, because I haven't seen a Pistons game since the Bad Boys in the 80s, right? Or actually, the Spider, the other, what was it, 2008 when they were good again?
Going to
watched-
work.
oh,
You're
you're
talking about the
talking
going to
about
work Pistons.
0304.
Yes,
Yeah.
those guys were awesome. So I haven't watched basketball since that era. I didn't know this. The Pistons have like a team that's kind of like the Harlem Globetrotters that perform during breaks. Dude, they are amazing.
A lot of teams have that nowadays. Where they pull them out and just
When you pay for that pass, that's what you get to watch during
Yeah.
commercial breaks. I'm like, I was I'm not a basketball guy, but I was literally like focused on this game because of that reason. It was awesome.
If you can get him to watch a Lakers game, Jason, I'd be impressed.
Yeah,
I'll
right.
watch
It's
the
not gonna
Lakers when LeBron retires
Oh god.
or
Have to watch
goes to,
Bronny.
That's the point.
or when he goes to Golden State
It's a Gold State.
or the next hot team that he jumps to. But anyways, I just wanted to throw that out there. I was very
You didn't watch the
impressed by
Jazz
what
game,
they
did you?
Pardon?
You didn't watch the Jazz game, did you? Pistons and Jazz.
Yeah, it was the Jazz.
Damn.
But they made it. They were when I first turned on. They
They
were getting
did.
blown up by 20, but then they made it a game, and they made it like a.
Yeah,
At one point, I think it was a single digit.
it was. There's like
Oh.
a minute and a half left. There was like 6 or 8 point lead.
Yeah, I was very impressed by the whole experience. It was awesome. So I will doing that. I'll probably watch more NBA this year for sure.
Nice.
So
If anything, I mean, I'd watch the Grizzlies more than I'd watch the. Oh, it might be blacked out. Never mind. I haven't tried them yet. It might be blacked
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't know.
probably. I bet they black it out because they want you to
Yeah.
buy Bailey or whatever.
Grizzlies are playing really well this season.
I don't even know if they have Bally here.
They do.
South.
Yeah, we
Is it?
Valley Sports
Valley-
Southeast.
Is that who the Grizzlies are on?
That's
think
who the
so.
Braves are on, so I would assume.
Oh yeah, the Braves are definitely on there. Yeah.
But they're a little bit west,
I
and
think
so
that's
they
who the
might,
Grizzlies are on.
they might be like whatever Kansas City's on. So I don't know.
Yeah. So
Is that your local team in Tennessee? Like, is that the local market, the Grizzlies?
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeepers, yeepers.
And for baseball, it's the Braves and Cincinnati Reds, which makes no sense because neither are in our state. I could kind of see Atlanta Braves, but the Cincinnati Reds, come on now.
Yeah. Well, isn't
They're like 5
Atlanta?
hours away.
Isn't
Cincinnati's
Atlanta
not
like
that
all
far,
of the South? Probably like
would
Alabama,
assume so.
Mississippi.
For the most
Cincinnati's
part,
probably just as close as Atlanta is.
it
Yeah, I could
basically.
get to Atlanta. Well, I could get to Atlanta in probably 3 hours. It'd probably take me about 4 or 5 hours to get to Cincinnati.
Mm,
And mind you, Cincinnati's 2 states away.
it's colder.
At least Atlanta's 1 state away. So the whole blacking the Reds out just makes no sense to me.
Right now, Cincinnati's a good
Blacking
team to
out.
like right now.
First of all, blacking out any team makes no sense to me if you're buying the pass.
It's just money. They want more money.
Everybody wants to get paid. They got multiple contracts, and everybody wants it.
Yes. So okay, I just wanted to let everybody know that go out and buy the NBA league pass. They should sponsor us, and I'll push it every freaking Sunday.
You'd have to start hyping up their glory guy though.
No.
You can't slander King James. The NBA
Yeah,
contract.
you'll be canceled with the quickness.
Yeah,
Yep.
I'll get fired the first weekend.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So the MLB news, I saw that the Tigers are going after a slugger. Did you see that, Eric?
Bregman?
No, there was somebody else on their list, and I forget who the hell it was now. But he's a power hitter.
Pete Alonso?
Nope.
I don't know then.
Now I'm going to see. I shouldn't even have mentioned it because the name popped out of my head.
I heard that we were going after Bregman a little bit, but I don't,
That's
Yeah,
the only
I
thing
heard
I've
that.
heard that Detroit was looking into.
take that with a grain of salt.
I think that's pretty. I think his deal is already locked up. They just haven't announced it yet.
For where?
I'm thinking he's coming to New York, but that's just what I've seen.
New York's got enough players, bro.
New York
so
just got
everybody else-
Goldsmith.
Yeah. Hmm.
And I heard, I've seen reports that you guys are going after Arenado too.
A trade fell through. They wanted somebody, and I forget who it was now, but that fell through. I saw that
he
too.
he has that no trade clause, right? He's kind of
They wanted something really. They wanted a lot. So,
and he's cherry picking. I think a few teams have offered with him, and he's cherry picking where he wants to go.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yes. And Ricky Henderson passed away this weekend, so R.I.P. there, buddy. One of the greatest leadoff hitters of all time.
You know, he's one of the greatest baseball players of all time. He
Yeah, I
has
would
the
agree.
highest WAR out of any baseball player ever. So,
Yes.
Yeah, and that stolen base record will never, ever be broken, ever.
I don't think anybody will touch that. He's like 55 wins against above replacement.
Yeah. Yep.
Like Mariano Rivera didn't even have that. So it's crazy. He
Yes.
affected the game, that's for sure. Sad to see him go.
Yeah.
Yeah, and while we're on baseball, Eric wrote about the other day about Sammy Sosa trying to get in good graces with the Chicago Cubs again. And I made a comment, and he thought I was being sarcastic, but I truly believe that it was a super fun time back then, just watching these Sosa and McGuire going blow for blow, man. I
Steroid
thought it was
era.
cool.
They need to bring back the steroid era.
Yeah, I think like if you're dumb enough to do steroids, go ahead, because I want to watch that shit again.
You still gotta hit the ball. You still gotta hit the ball. Just because you take steroids just makes
Jesus
you hit
Christ.
it.
Well, I mean, those dudes in the '80s were all coked out of their minds. So what's the,
Oh yeah.
what's worse?
Well, maybe if you do
I
both
think-
at the same time, they cancel each other out.
Yeah, I think Darryl Strawberry and Dwight Gooden were like snorting lines in the dugout. So
Yeah, I was
That's
just
the
gonna
only
bring
way they
that
can
up.
win
Yeah.
a World Series with the Mets. It's got to be coked out of your mind.
Your heart's gonna explode, man.
Hey,
yeah,
again, it's all-
Darryl Strawberry.
It'd be like
was a-
the Hunger Games playing, you get these guys all jacked up on shit and they could die at any minute on the field, but hey,
Hey, it's good
Gladiators.
entertainment.
Yeah, I mean, get
They're
the
making
meat
good
wagon
money.
out, right, and get the next person.
Yeah, we got a depth chart.
Yeah. At the
Hey, that's
same
the price you
time,
pay for making 100 mil, right?
at the same time, the base runners are not allowed to carry their bat with them and hit people on the way by. Start taking kneecaps out.
But all joking aside, that summer of '98
Oh, yeah.
was incredible.
Yeah, it was great. I was actually pulling for Sosa to win that war, but obviously we all know that McGuire came out on top there.
I
But
was too, and it's a bit of a salty situation for me. That summer, my father and the Little League team that I was playing with took me and my friend James and two or three other kids to the Tigers game, and they were playing the Cardinals. And
Yeah.
we walked up there, and McGuire skipped over my buddy James and I and signed like the next two kids. So I'll never forgive. Yeah, I'll never forgive him for that. So after that, we were big Sosa guys.
Sosa guy. Hell yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I remember that year. That was great. Good times. Good.
Yeah,
Good baseball.
so good.
I just remember turning on those games for those at bats because I was very young. So
And it was national. Like they would play those bats on ESPN. Like they would skip whatever they were doing. It would they would interrupt the program, and
they did the same thing with Barry Bonds when he
Yeah.
would come up to the plate. I remember that. That was awesome.
Yeah, another guy juicing.
I mean Barry Bonds is a
He's got
top
to be.
baseball players I've ever seen in my
He's
life.
got to be GOAT conversation if you ask me.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure.
I saw something the other day that Shohei Ohtani had like the 7th best season of Barry Bonds' career
Yes,
Yeah.
last year.
that 2004 Barry Bonds season was the most dominant, best season of sports I think in the history of sports. Absolutely insanity.
More than half the games he hit a home run. It's crazy.
Yeah, what was he walking every like 3 at bats?
He walked or hit a home run. If you
Yeah.
pitched to him, he hit a home run.
I love looking at the pictures of him when he was a rookie and when he retired, like just the
He was a stolen base
difference
guy
in his body.
in Pittsburgh.
And you know what's sad? I think he would have made the Hall of Fame if he wouldn't have done steroids. I think he was that good, clean.
I
Yeah,
agree.
for sure.
I still don't think it's
That
easy to
good
hit
clean.
the baseball, even if you're juicing. So I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure, it makes you stronger, but I don't see the huge advantage it gives you in baseball.
Yeah,
I
you
think
still have to have the
I think
hand-eye
it's
coordination.
recovery. Those dudes do it for recovery.
I can see that.
I don't
But-
think it's performance. I don't think it's like performance on the field. I think it's my joints are, whatever. I don't know. I'm not a doctor, but whatever,
Well, yeah, they
medical
definitely
condition.
playing every day.
Yeah.
That'll do it.
Yeah. After every Lions game, I watched this podcast, and they always have a doctor on, and the doctor's always talking about the secret sauce, but he won't say what it is for athletes. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? Well, God, tell us what the secret sauce is, man. He just refers to it as secret sauce. But he was talking, that's how Montgomery's going to come back before the playoffs. He's not going to have surgery, but they're going to secret sauce him. Which, as a fan, I can appreciate. But for him, man, you don't want to ruin that guy's career either, Like, I don't know if I'd mess around with the MCL. But, hey.
Hey, it's his choice, though,
Yeah, yeah. And
his choice, his body, if you want to do that.
I'm for it, man. I'm for it.
I mean,
Especially being a Lions fan.
like I was telling my wife, next year's this year. Let's go. Like, we can't wait anymore.
I feel like Campbell blew his opportunity for sure last year. That should have been the Lions and the Chiefs in the Super Bowl for sure. But trying to redeem himself now. Now, so I think there's 22 players out now. There's 53-man roster, and the Detroit Lions have 52 of them out. That's insane.
52.
22. There's 22.
I make 22.
We got one extra player.
So I've been up. Full disclosure, I've been up since 4:00 in the morning. I drove to Lebanon. I worked for a couple hours. I hustled back to get back here for this. So my brain's a little scattered. That's why I can't remember the name of that baseball player that Tigers are going after. Because when I woke up at 4:00 in the morning, I grabbed my phone and I was reading the news, and I was like, "Oh shit, they're talking to this slugger right on."
You can never trust the 4:00 in the morning news.
Don't ever trust my brain at 4:00 in the morning. That's for sure. I could have been fully dreaming and not even realize it.
The Tigers are going after Miguel Cabrera again.
Exactly. So let's get back to the NBA. The Bucks won the NBA Cup.
They did.
For whatever that's worth. I'm sure they
a
get
lot of money.
some side cheese
Money.
for that.
It is, yeah.
Money, another trophy in the resume.
Yeah.
Whatever.
One thing the NBA players do not need any more of is money.
Well, it helps the lower roster guys, but the superstars, it doesn't really even help.
That
The
is true.
superstars blink at it and it's nothing. But
Yeah. Did you guys see Brock Purdy's gift to the his linemen?
Trucks.
Yeah, the trucks.
Talk about extra money.
Fast trucks, man.
I didn't see those.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he's not making more
top
than $1 million a year either, so that actually was quite the gift.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure he's getting quite the endorsement deal too.
Yeah.
So,
That's true because they were all Toyotas, so who knows what Toyota did for this,
They probably gave them all of them for free.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah. So, I guess we all missed our calling. We should have been linemen.
Yeah.
If I was 6'6"
Yeah.
plus 250, I would have.
Yeah. Right. Just
Yeah,
at that point,
well-
just push smaller people around.
Yeah.
So
Speaking
somebody
of
pays you attention.
being that large and a lineman, how about Mr. Skipper getting a touchdown
Yeah.
last weekend? And a critical loss for the Detroit Lions. But hey, they made it a game. So I wasn't too sad about that loss. Of course, it hurts a little bit because now we're tied with the Eagles. But to me, it proves we could play with anybody in the league with half the roster. So it definitely has its glass half
You're gonna
full.
blow out Chicago today.
We have to.
Tied with the Vikings too.
Yeah. So
Well, the
we're
thing
not
is, if we win out, we're number 1 seed in it.
yeah, and if the Vikings went out, they're the number 1 seed.
Yep. And then we're the 5th seed, and then that makes things a whole lot more interesting.
Yeah.
No home games.
No home
So
game.
I think the Chicago game today is going to be close. I think maybe Chicago even wins it. They always play us tough, just like a couple weeks ago, man. Chicago should have won that game. But
And it's
We'll see
in
what-
Chicago.
yeah,
It's
And
cold.
it's cold. It's like
Chicago,
15
25
degrees. Oh my god.
Jared Goff's going to be wearing his gloves. So
Yeah, we got 2 glove golf. So we'll see
He could
what-
be throwing 5 interceptions again, or they can come out and take care of
But
business.
what do you expect him to do in 20-degree weather? I mean, you can't just have your bare skin out there and expect to be able to feel it.
Everybody else does.
Well, everybody else doesn't have to throw the ball.
No, I'm saying the other quarterbacks. I think there's probably more quarterbacks that don't wear gloves that do.
I don't know. I don't mind it. Peyton did it.
Teddy Two Gloves. That's my goat.
So I don't know. We'll see. The Chicago game, it's a divisional game. Even though the Bears are already eliminated and the Lions have already clinched, it doesn't matter. They always play us hard, and it's a divisional game, so they want to knock us off our pedestal for sure.
I don't know though, because they laid down last week when they played Minnesota. The Bears laid down, so I don't know. I think we got to come out and smack them in the mouth and make a statement, win big, and then we'll be right back on it.
I mean, it doesn't get any easier because play San Francisco, they're eliminated, and then we play Vikings at home. So we definitely need to win.
I mean, I hate to say this, but hopefully the Commanders take care of business today, and I think the Vikings have to play the Packers again, so maybe the Packers do us a favor. But I mean, I think
the Packers might do you a favor. I think the Eagles look hot though.
Yeah.
We'll see.
So here's a question for you: in the playoffs, who would you rather play, the Vikings or the Packers?
Packers or Vikings. I mean, I'd rather.
Yeah, I was about to say I'd rather play the Vikings too.
Yeah, same.
Interesting. Good question.
I think it depends. Are we at home? That changes things for me.
If they're,
that's a good point too.
Yeah, that is true.
I don't know. Actually, no. I'm taking Minnesota either way. It doesn't change anything. Because we're in.
I don't think Sam Darnold wins a true big game. I don't trust him.
I'd rather play in Minnesota over Green Bay, and then if we're at home, I'm taking either one of them. So
they're already talking about who's going to be Minnesota's quarterback next year.
Yeah.
I
mean, they got JJ still, don't they?
Yeah, he'll be back next year, I believe.
He's like 5th on their depth chart right now, though. There's like 5 quarterbacks.
No, he's going to save their franchise. Watch out. He's a national championship winner, dude.
Yeah, it doesn't really mean anything.
I know. I was kidding.
Andre Ware was a Heisman Trophy winner, and look what he did in Detroit. It was way before your time, but
yeah, I don't even know who Andre is. Kirk Cousins is getting benched.
That's some exciting news.
Michael Penix.
Yeah, Penix. That's who they wanted in there, anyways.
Yeah,
didn't they pay Kirk a decent amount?
Yeah, a lot.
They paid him hundreds of millions of dollars, and then they went around and like 2 days later they drafted Penix.
It really was like 2 days. It really was.
It was like right there.
And they've all but come out and said he's cut right now. Like they've already said as soon as whenever the time comes for them to take less of a hit on the cap, they said they're going to walk from him. So he's basically already off the roster.
I wonder how much of that was guaranteed. Like,
I'm sure a lot of it.
I'm like, hell, making $500 million. Go ahead and cut me.
Yeah, right.
I'll go live my life.
At this point, you can just walk away.
100.
Yeah, right.
He signed a 4-year, $180 million contract, including a $50 million signing bonus on $100 million guaranteed.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Yeah, so you got 150 million to be done.
Yeah.
I'd be like,
I'd probably never play
Penix, it's yours, buddy. I'm out.
That's a lot of Cole's cash.
I think it's 100 million, but yeah.
And it's the Atlanta Falcons.
I think the 50 is included in
it's
the 100.
parted into the 100, yeah.
But still, 100 million is.
Oh, dude, I'm all day. See ya. I'm gonna go to the Bahamas.
Retire, yeah.
Peace. Chill with my kids.
He already had a nasty Achilles, right? Was it Achilles?
Not anymore. Now he's gonna be chilling on a beach.
I'd be getting out of Atlanta.
Go back to Holland in Michigan. I know.
Maybe.
Right on. So, John, your team had a golden opportunity last weekend and you squandered it.
Which team? The Chargers?
Chargers.
Yeah, we ended up getting smacked too.
Yeah.
It's bad.
It was close for a while though, wasn't it?
So-
Yeah, it was close for the first half, first
Yeah.
3 quarters even.
What was
Just-
that play that y'all did? This
field
free
goal?
kick the other night.
Yeah, the
Hey.
free kick. It's like a fair catch, and then you could kick it with out a lot, like you kick a kickoff.
Yeah.
And I guess if it goes in, it's a field goal. And we did that right before the half. That's some Jim Harbaugh stuff, though. He just knew
Yeah.
what to tell his players to be like, this is what we're going to do, and we're going to get points out of it. So
Yeah, it's so rare. I think the last time that happened was in the 50s.
46 or something like that. or-
Yeah, I didn't even
It's
know
like-
that was a
I didn't
It's
know
the
it was a thing. I
first
thought
time
this
it
was like
happened
some
in the
new
NFL.
rule or something, and then they were like, nope, you could do this. And what? Somebody was up late reading the rule book.
Yeah,
Jim
I was
Har-
watching the interview with Jim Harbaugh, and he was laughing, and he was like, "Man, I've always wanted to do that in a game."
I just waited to be a professional coach to do it.
He's a savant. Like this dude pulls shit
I'm
out of
telling
his
you, he
ass.
goes to bed at night reading the
Yeah.
rule book. Like
Oh,
it's like
yeah.
the night before Christmas.
Yeah.
He just eats, breathes.
That's what makes the
lives
greats
football.
great.
Yeah.
Though. That's what makes the greats great.
Yeah, I just don't think he knows anything else but how to coach football.
Yeah.
Be football.
Yeah, he doesn't know how to
Just
beat his
does it.
brother either.
Yeah, well, hopefully we don't see him in the playoffs.
Yeah, that'd be tough. It's a scary team to see in the playoffs.
Yeah, they're
It's
looking
a-
good yesterday too.
We usually
They were
do
looking
okay against Baltimore, but now that it's the brother battle,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like Richard said, he doesn't. John's good, man.
They played that game good though. Give Jim a couple more years with that team. I feel like that game goes a
Give
lot
Jim
differently.
a couple more months, dude. He's
Honestly,
balling.
yeah. Yep.
Look at the difference he did between last year. And last year's team had way more talent on it.
Yeah, I was gonna say your guys' team on paper was fantastic last year.
Yep. I was hoping for good things, and then it just
Even
Stanley,
that
who's
Broncos
terrible.
game. You guys look nice in that Broncos game
yeah, that was a good game
on Thursday.
Yeah, we had to come second half. We it's like we lost to the Buccaneers that way, and then we learned how to do it, and we.
Yep. I mean,
executed
that's
them.
good coaching though. You just
That's-
get your
yeah.
guys.
It all boils back to that.
Nothing more you can ask for is to
Yeah,
learn
and
from
that's a
players.
good division win. Like you guys needed that. Broncos needed to win that game to get in the
Yeah,
playoffs.
yeah, that was they were. Yep,
So-
that kind of puts us.
Yeah,
a
that's a
leg up on
good.
them.
That's a nice win.
So hopefully, now we got a nice little break here. So take advantage of that. And I don't even know who we play next week. I think we have some pretty walkover teams. We got like Oakland and New England, maybe something like that.
Well,
You guys have New England next week on Saturday,
And
and then Oakland. Yeah.
Yep, okay. Lucky guys.
so did the Steelers, did they back into the playoffs already? Because they lost yesterday, right?
Yeah, they're in though.
They clinched.
Yes, the Steelers have clinched.
Did they clinch it yesterday, or did they already clinch before?
I think
we-
they already clinched. I think Baltimore was clinching yesterday, right?
They're both. Yeah, they're both tied right now at 10.
Yeah,
and 5.
now they're both 10-5, so I think so.
Yeah, I think Baltimore. If Baltimore won yesterday, they were in, and Pittsburgh was already in.
It's interesting.
Yeah, neither one of them have clinched the division though.
Right.
Yes. And in the NFC, there's 3 12-2 teams. And 2 of them are in the same division. That's wild that the NFC North is this good.
That's
Yeah,
nuts.
I mean, and honestly, one of those teams could be only 3 losses and be the 5th seed.
Yeah.
It's very likely that happens, actually.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know
Well-
if Minnesota beats the Packers. I really don't know that.
And Philly's got a tough game in Washington today
Yeah.
too. So.
Well, the Packers are playing for a playoff spot too, so they're going to be a tough team to beat down the stretch, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, hopefully we get a little help. I hate to have to rely on somebody else, but man,
Yeah,
football
I want
guys-
to
the
win out.
football gods owe us one after all these injuries.
Yes, and the Packers Vikings, they play next weekend, so that's going to be all eyes in Minnesota.
The Packers are a 14-point favorite tomorrow, though, against New Orleans.
And the Lions play on Monday Night Football next Monday,
Yep.
prime time.
Yeah, when's the Packers Vikings game? Is that Sunday night football
No, I think it's a
I think it's
or just a regular game?
12 o'clock game.
Yeah, I think
That
it's-
might get flexed. They may flex
is.
that.
Yeah, it's a 12 o'clock game.
Atlanta. Atlanta and Washington is a Sunday night game currently, so it might,
They'll flex it.
especially if Atlanta keeps losing. If Atlanta loses today, they might. Because somehow
Yeah,
Atlanta is
because
fighting
I
for a playoff
honestly,
spot,
I
too.
mean, for selfish reasons, I hope the game of Minnesota doesn't matter because they'll flex that thing to the Sunday night game, and I return back to work that next Monday. I do not want to stay up late for that.
Yes. So let's run through the games real quick today. Start with Detroit at Chicago. Detroit was a 6-point favorite. Now they're 7-point favorites. Who you guys like? Obviously, I know who 3 of us like, but what about you, John? We'll
I'll
start
take
with you.
Detroit. I'll take Detroit.
I think they cover. I'll take
What about
Detroit
they
and the
cover?
points.
You think they're
I
going
did
to
not
cover?
take
I
I think they cover.
think it's going to be a lot closer than what you think, but I hope they blow them out. We'll see.
I don't know, because that was the Thanksgiving game when we're known for getting dicey with the Thanksgiving games. So
Yeah, that was
it a
Thanksgiving.
fluke? Was it a fluke that it was Thanksgiving, or was it the Bears? Who knows?
The Bears bared us
They did.
that game.
They did.
That should have been a Bears victory.
They did.
We all know that. The next game I have highlighted, the Philadelphia Eagles at Washington, and Philadelphia is only a 4-point favorite here.
Give me the
Come
commies.
on, Commanders.
Give me the commies.
Let's go Redskins.
Let's go
I got the
Redskins.
Eagles.
It's
I'm
foul.
going to go with Eagles too, but I'm pulling for Commanders. I mean the Redskins.
Yeah, I hope the Skins win, but man, the Eagles they're a damn good team.
Yes.
Stupid.
Which is
kid.
surprising. They're only 4-point favorites. The Battle of Ohio,
Snooze
Cleveland
fest.
Browns at Cincinnati.
Give me the Bengals, but I don't really care. Or
I don't
Yeah,
care
I
either.
take the Bengals.
I'm
Yeah,
taking the
Bengals.
Bengals. I don't think they cover. It's a 9.5
9-point
No.
spread this morning. Yeah, no way.
I think they cover easily.
I took the money line.
Jameis Winston.
who's
I don't even think
who's
Jameis Winston's
who's
playing.
the Browns quarterback? Is that that kid with 2 last names?
Yes, Dorian Thompson Robinson.
Thompson or whatever. Who knows?
Thompson Robinson. Yeah, DTR. It is.
DTR.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think they cover.
Yeah, I think so too. That kid is not good at football.
No.
Mhm.
The New York Football Giants in Atlanta.
I think Penix for the win.
Yeah, I think
I hope so.
This is the game to do it.
They're favored
Yeah.
by 9.5.
Yeah, this is the game to do it. That's
Yeah.
good. Yeah, good call, Jason.
If you're gonna put them in against anybody,
Put them in against the deadbeat Giants.
The Giants might be the worst team
DeVito.
in the league.
I think they might be. You look through those games and you're just like, oh, Giants.
Or the Raiders. The Raiders are pretty damn terrible.
I don't know. I
too.
feel like if they play each other, the Giants would lose that.
I'd give it to the Giants because they were the playoff team last year. Brian Dabble won Coach of the Year, did he not?
You know,
Or
that was
he
2 years ago.
Was it 2 years ago?
Yeah, they went into Minnesota. Remember, Minnesota
Yeah,
was
they
like
beat
13-3 and
Yeah.
win it.
Jacksonville's pretty bad too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The,
Jacksonville does dumb shit though. Like they lose that game on like dumb plays.
But that's why they're so bad. They can't even do dumb shit bad good.
the next game's a real barn burner too. The Tennessee Titans at
They're
the Colts.
bad too. I'll take the Colts just because the Titans are so bad.
They are
They're
extremely.
starting Mason Rudolph
awful.
now too.
I just don't see how you can go from like as good as they were to as bad as they are so quickly.
They were the 1 seed a few years ago, remember?
like 4 years ago. It was not that long ago.
That's why get rid of Vrabel was such a head scratcher, man.
They got everybody. AJ was the first domino, and the rest just fell after.
Yeah, makes no
Yeah,
sense.
And is
Double true.
Richardson the biggest bust in the NFL this year? Like that dude, people were so high on him.
Anthony Richardson?
Yeah, when the season
Anthony
started.
I don't know.
Well,
He hasn't done anything.
Say the same about Bryce Young too, though.
neither has Levi.
Mayo boy. He wasn't a first rounder though.
That's
No,
That's what you're talking about. You're talking about Levis?
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
Levi's.
Anthony Richardson was like a number 5, right? Top 5.
The Arizona Cardinals at Carolina Panthers.
Go Panthers.
The two
I'm gonna
little-
say
two
Panthers
little
too.
toddlers.
Go Panthers.
They played the Chiefs pretty tough, man.
And the
Here's the
Eagles.
thing: is some of
Almost
these
50%.
bad teams have to win some games. You know, there's like
Yeah.
4 3-loss teams and a 2-loss team. Like
And let's face
somebody's
it,
got to start
Cardinals.
winning something. I think Carolina shows signs of like maybe has some football players on that team.
It's a kindergarten matchup.
Yeah.
Kindergarten matchup.
Kyler Murray, man.
And the
matchup of midgets.
You can't say that.
The Panthers are like the same boat as the Titans too, man. Because
Yeah.
after they got rid of McCaffrey, the wheels fell off. Like, why the hell would you get rid of the best football player in the league?
And they got
When he
nothing.
was
Well,
young, too.
It's not why did they get rid of him. It's why
Why
did
couldn't
they
they
trade
trade
him
for
for a barrel of water?
Monkeys.
Yeah.
They got rid of him for nothing.
For nothing.
Like,
That, and then they turned around and they traded their best defensive player for a second-round pick too. I'm so mad we didn't go after Brian Burns. I'm going to be honest. If we would have got Brian Burns,
that's like
Proud
the
of him.
Chicago Bears trading up for Trubisky, and then Mahomes is sitting right there.
Never pick a quarterback in Carolina. Well, maybe not anymore, but never draft a Carolina quarterback.
And
We-
did you see
we expected
Mahomes? Yeah, was it yesterday? Man, how's that kid so freaking good, man? It's so annoying.
He doesn't
On
get
a
hurt
busted up
either.
ankle. On a busted
Yeah,
up.
well, that's what I hate about it. It's like every time he goes down or something, it's like Kurt Schilling, and he's like, "Oh, here we go. I'm just, it's going to be a heroic effort." It's like
Yeah,
anybody else that happens to, they're out on a stretcher.
I know.
Like, what the hell are they feeding
It's
this
so
kid?
freaking annoying, man.
Steroids.
a secret sauce.
Steroids.
Yeah,
That's
steroids.
Yeah,
secret
the
sauce,
secret sauce stuff, man.
yeah. Man.
The Rams at the Jets. Come on, man. This is a no-brainer.
Some
That's
cheeseburgers.
another just terrible team. Just like
Jets, yeah.
abysmal. Like, I don't know.
I'm glad, man.
Rams.
If there's anything I could have seen happen to Aaron Rodgers at the end of his career, this is it.
Agreed.
Yeah.
This is the way I want to see him go
One
out.
He just got
100%.
cockier and cockier and worse. I feel like at the
And
beginning
worse.
of his career, you're like, "Oh, I like this kid. He's nice. He's humble," and then it just
Yeah.
got worse and worse.
I
He's a
never
horrible
felt that
human
way 'cause he
being
played for the
on top
Packers,
of it.
but maybe.
He's still
Well,
out
yeah.
there talking shit. He's got like 3 wins under his belt, and he's out there talking shit still. The Patriots at Buffalo Bills. This used to be a big game back in the day, but now it's not so much. But I'm pretty sure the Bills are roll right over.
I
them.
wouldn't even put Josh Allen in this game, to be honest with you.
No.
I wouldn't either. That's a good point.
Yeah. Yes.
I think they've already clinched the division too.
Yeah.
I don't,
Yeah.
We're 11-3.
I don't think anybody's catching the Chiefs at 14-1 at this point.
No.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
got
they're 11-3. You can't even do it. Yeah, just suspension for the last 2
you
weeks.
got to beat Kansas City at home. That's just all that's all that matters. If you want to beat them, you either got to beat
Yeah,
them at
the
home or in the Super Bowl.
AFC's going through Kansas City for sure.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep. So that's just the bottom line.
Yeah. The Jacksonville Jaguars at the Raiders. Is anybody even going to watch this game?
The NFL is just a not great week this week. Eh?
There's like 20 Jags and 20 Raiders fans that'll watch it, but that's it.
Yeah. Are they
Yeah,
even?
some dudes
on TV?
that went to Vegas on a party trip.
What do you think a
Go to
ticket
that
costs? Oh yeah, that's still in the stadium. That's probably the cheapest you can get into that stadium all year long.
Yeah. And it's
Low
still
is
pretty
$50.
Are you serious?
It's
Yeah,
not too bad for a decent.
You know what the
decent-
lowest? You know what
It's
the cheapest ticket in Detroit was when the Buffalo Bills were in town? Cheapest ticket was
$150.
over $500.
that's stupid. That's crazy that they could just fluctuate their ticket price based off how many wins they have.
That's supposed to be like the nicest stadium in the league now, too.
Mhm.
Yeah, $50. I'm going for that.
Yeah,
Hell yeah,
I'm
what
going
about
every
Bachelor
game.
party, this would be the weekend. If you had a good best friend, he would have scheduled it for this weekend.
Yeah.
Plus, it's
You'll have to
a
keep that in mind.
4:30 game, so you have a
Yeah.
chance to get up and eat and relax a little bit before you have to go to the game.
Sober up, maybe.
Yeah, that's what I was getting at. So
The,
place a couple bets, get your parlays going, and
Yeah.
head to the stadium.
I-
Dude,
you know,
all
I
right,
bet
what the
they
fuck are
have-
we?
I wonder if they have sports betting in the stadium.
Oh, I'm sure they do. I bet
Oh,
they have slots in the
absolutely.
stadium. You
Oh,
can
in
go while
Vegas,
you're
yeah.
watching.
They have them in the airport.
Yeah, I never even thought about that. You know how sick that would be going to that stadium?
You sit there, tug on some slots, watch the
Mhm.
game.
And here we are talking about Detroit Lions season tickets. What are we doing over
Yeah.
here? Come on,
For
let's get to
real.
Vegas.
Yeah, we should live show March Madness in Vegas. That would be so fun. All of us
Oh
go
my
down there.
God.
Be a disaster.
Listen, the Powerball is up to like $1 billion, man. If
Get
I
it
hit that,
in
we're
there.
definitely gonna freaking first class it over
We'll
to
get a private
Hey.
jet over there.
hell yeah.
Do it. People
Oh,
think
Red
we
Alpha.
are.
Yeah, we can crank on slots. Tell our football news or whatever.
Yeah, man.
Can we use some nonprofit money for some Powerball tickets and it says for the nonprofit?
Hell yeah.
Hey, look, man. If we hit,
Put it
we're
all
hitting.
on there. Screw those tickets. Let's go.
Take the $2,000 or whatever it was.
Yeah, that's a good call.
The next game is the Niners at Miami. So I wonder what the weather's like in Miami right now, because they always cheat and make the visitors sit in the sun. But I don't know if it's that much of a factor this late in the
I
year.
wouldn't pay off today because
It says 67 and partly cloudy.
Oh,
yeah.
see, perfect.
dude, that'll be nice in the shade of
I'd
it.
be like,
Cold.
yeah, put me in the sun, man.
Yeah, I don't even.
Is theirs retractable though, or is it just
No,
straight
it's
up?
got the
No,
same
it's
thing as the
straight.
Cowboys. It's got
Okay.
that middle part that's open, but it's bigger
Yeah.
there.
It's just like a big magnifying glass
I
on.
don't see why they don't build anything. The Titans is going to be retractable, isn't it?
I think so.
I don't know. Is it?
It's
I know
at least going to be covered.
It's covered. I know
Yeah,
that, but I don't know if it's retractable. As a matter of fact, hey, I drove by there on Friday night when we went to that concert. There's a giant ass structure there already. Man, they're like going to town on this thing.
Yeah, they got to get it up. Get
I mean,
this
really, if
crappy
you-
football team in there.
What are they shooting for? 27 or 28?
327. Yeah, 27, I think.
Well, there we go. We just need to hold out until that. What if you should look into season tickets for that now?
They
So
have
here-
a seat fee though. I
Probably
think.
expensive.
Yeah, they have a.
But they suck now. Imagine if they're
You
good
have
in
to
3
buy a
years.
license.
They have a seat fee.
Their license just for the privilege to buy their tickets. Their fee is like $10,000
What?
to buy a license.
2020.
It's a PSL. They call it a PSL. It's like 10 grand. And you have to pay for it like per seat. But it's your seats no matter like whoever, like if Taylor Swizzle rolls into town, that's your seat.
Taylor Swizzle.
But you still
That's
have to pay
dope.
for it.
2027 is what I'm seeing on Google.
Yeah. I don't think I could ever do that.
I
For the
mean,
right to
If money
purchase
wasn't
my-
an issue, you could, but
Yeah. I mean, there's still a lot of
Hit the
season-
Powerball, mate, or whatever it
Well,
was.
yeah.
Mega Millions.
I'm saying that's what it's for. It's for the people that have money like that. That's like, oh, I don't want to miss an event. Okay.
If I hit the Powerball, I would literally buy a suite at every NFL stadium.
I'd buy an NFL stadium.
Buy the
I'd buy an
Jags.
NFL team.
Yeah, buy the Jags.
I
The,
yeah, I don't know if I want to even inherit that.
Oh, so we never pick. I'm going with the 49ers.
Oh shit.
Against Miami. I'm
yeah,
gonna go Miami.
Yeah, I'm going Dolphins.
I don't know. Those linemen just got new trucks. I'm going.
Yeah, they've been cruising around in their trucks all week instead of studying film.
They have to, they have to earn their trucks. I'm going with the Niners. The next one's
Brock
the
Purdy
Tampa
gets
Bay
sacked 12 times
Buccaneers.
today.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers at Dallas. 100%. the
Baker.
Yeah, go
Yeah,
Baker.
Bucks.
Cowboys are shit.
Yeah, I agree.
They had a nice win last week against the Panthers, though.
Yeah, here we go. Yeah,
But it's against the Panthers.
Against the Panthers. Yeah. It's one of those
The
12.
I
Monday
could have
night-
got.
Thank God there's only one Monday night game this year, and I have Tuesday off.
This year.
for Christmas break.
Yeah, this week.
The New Orleans Saints at Green Bay. We all know
I'm not even gonna watch that. game.
Saints are going to whoop that ass, even though the Packers are 2 touchdown favorites.
Spencer Rattler, dude.
Yeah, Duda Radler's going to shit the bed for sure.
Dude, Rattler.
I hate that kid. Hate.
Yeah. Not a fan myself.
No, he was. We watched him on QB1, and he was just. I think he's a terrible human being.
Yeah,
I don't
well,
even
it
know
shows
him.
because he's 14 favorite underdog. Or
Is he even starting? Why don't they just start Taysom Hill?
Yeah, that's a good call.
No, I think that other kid his last name starts with a H. I don't remember, Hughes or something.
That
On the
works.
score, it says Rattler, but I don't know.
No.
Keep
Hey, don't
showing
drop
thing
that.
off. You gotta
Don't
get your
drop
money's
that
worth out of that.
$2,000 ornament.
I
Yeah.
know this thing is
Easy,
heavy
Taylor.
too, man.
Don't
Yeah,
drop
they use it's real nice stuff there.
That's 18 karat gold, bro.
The package literally said made in China.
I mean, I love that helmet. It's the best helmet in the league.
You
but-
should look into
Yeah,
you should
that's
look
pretty
into what other season ticket holders for other teams receive throughout the year,
This is 2024.
just to see if like it's
when I first moved here, I bought season tickets for the Titans. They were super nosebleed seats. They were way up there. But after the season was over with, they sent me a Jason McCourty signed autographed football.
this is what I mean. That's dope.
In Detroit, you get this
In order
made in China.
And
That was
I
a
know like
raffle,
the
though, wasn't it?
Raiders, they do a lot of stuff too. Like they have a whole presentation box for their season ticket holders.
Those
and all
season
that stuff.
tickets are $40,000 each, though, for the
Yeah.
Raiders.
Well, I bet you they get a lot of other shit throughout the year, but not saying it's worth it. But yeah,
Yeah. I don't get shit. I got this sweet
yeah.
hat.
But a hat and an ornament, that just seems like minor
That was
league.
a raffle, though, wasn't it?
Yeah.
The football.
The football wasn't a raffle, but I think a lot of people won. I don't know how many people. But I was like,
It's still cool.
I'm just
yeah, it was-
disappointed. I'm disappointed. You put a lot into it. It was a good cause. I feel like I thought they would do something to hook you up, and it sucks.
I don't know. I got a big decision to make here in the next
Start
week
reaching.
or
I'm
two.
going to start DMing the players on Instagram or something.
Yeah. Your front office sucks while you hook us up.
Hit up Hutch and Kirby or something.
Yeah, they're not.
Kirby
playing.
answers people on Instagram all the time. Kirby
Yeah.
interacts with the fans a lot.
This is
Hit
the
up-
second time the Detroit Lions front office screwed me.
Oh,
First
still
time it was
salty
for-
25 years ago.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
first time
just
was
for the
for
job.
a freaking job.
Mm.
I was second on the list for this job, man. And the HR lady's like, "Oh, we'll call you back. No problem. We'll tell you one way or the other." I didn't hear anything for a couple of weeks, so I called her up. And I got through, and she was crying on the phone. I'm like, "Is this a bad time to talk?" They just hired Matt Millen. Matt Millen came in and fired everybody.
The beginning of the end.
My resume was on her desk. It was between me. I blew away the competition. It was between me and this one other lady, and HR or this one other person. I don't know who it was, but the HR lady was like, "Oh man, you blew them away." I even sat at the table with Chuck Schmidt and all the bigwigs, and they interviewed me.
And then
and
Matt
then-
Millen did Matt Millen things.
Matt Millen fired everybody, and I was pissed. I was like, "Screw the Detroit Lions. I hope you guys never win a game again." And guess
And
what
they
happened?
almost didn't.
No, they went 0-16 the next year. I was like, "Oh my god, what did I do?"
Damn it.
So
But,
that's your fault.
I'll take it. That's
All
why
these
you should, hey,
years.
that's why you should fuck with me.
And
should
then when you
lower my
buy season
freaking
tickets
Whoa,
again.
hey, put the Nerf gun down, bro. Chill out.
Yeah, you got playoffs coming up.
Chill out, John Morant. God, put the gun down.
Look,
Put the gun
Get us canceled, bro.
Yeah, I know, man. We've been on the. Is this our third
It's a
college
HR
football
nightmare.
playoffs?
Maybe
That's when we
four.
first started. It was right around the college football playoffs.
Yeah, I've been rolling with you guys for 2 or 3 years now, for
I
sure.
think
think
this is
this
our
is-
third one.
It's
think
got to
this is
be
three
3 years.
years
It's got to be
for-
4.
I think it's 3 years now.
I think it's 3. I think this is number 3.
I don't even know.
I don't know either.
Been doing it for a long time.
I've
There's no
counted
way
the
it could be
episodes
a
like
30
500 times, and we never, ever, ever, ever,
Never write
ever
it down.
posted it. I just forget now. We're over 200. I guarantee you that. Or 100. Were we cutting close to 100 or
I think
200?
we're like
We
100.
passed 100 like a year ago.
Yeah, I think we're around 170.
Last Super Bowl, remember we tried to do like a big Super Bowl.
Oh,
thing?
that's
That
right.
Super Bowl was supposed to be 100
Oh shit!
So,
that
however-
reminds me.
Sundays.
In the next day or two, I'm gonna do the national championship pool. So look out for that. $20 a square. $250 per quarter. $250 per quarter goes to the fund.
Let's do it.
All right.
Good.
Has anybody got anything before we shut her down?
Go
Go
Pistons.
Lions.
Unfortunately, we couldn't get
Lions.
the coach to figure out his mic. Maybe we can work on that next
Figure
weekend.
something
or
Give him
something.
next week.
Get him in
Next
a call
weekend is,
beforehand.
is everybody in town next weekend?
I'm not going anywhere.
All right.
It's like,
So
what are
Yeah,
you in
I'll
Pearson?
be here.
we should be all right
We'll
for
be-
a show next Sunday, right?
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
We'll be in between
I'm
holidays.
just curious
so
if you guys are going to be around for. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next Sunday. Have a blessed
Merry
Christmas.
Christmas. Yeah.
Hey, Merry Christmas,
Christmas.
everyone.